everybody. So I know this is a late vlog, you can tell because it's dark here, but I just finished Singing Home by Jodi Picoult, and I'm so excited, and I couldn't wait to make a review about it and post it because it's been so long since I started that book that I didn't, I was just like, I want to get it out there, I want to talk about it. So, yeah. So here's the cover right here, right there. And so here is, I read it on my phone, so I don't have the back of the book to read to you, so I have it here on this other phone to read to you, and it goes like this. Every life has a soundtrack. All you have to do is listen. Music has set the tone for most of Zoe Baxter's life. There's the melody that reminds her of the summer she spent rubbing baby oil on her stomach in pursuit of the perfect tan. A dance beat that makes her think of using a fake ID to slip into a nightclub. A dirge that marked the years she spent trying to get pregnant. For better or for worse, music is the language of memory. It also is the language of love. In the aftermath of a series of personal tragedies, Zoe throws herself into a career as a music therapist. When an unexpected friendship slowly blossoms into love, she makes plans for a new life. But to her shock and inevitable rage, some people, even those she loves and trusts most, don't want that to happen. Singing Home is about identity, love, marriage, and parenthood. It's also about people wanting to do the right thing for the greater good, even as they work to fulfill their own personal desires and dreams. And it's about what happens when the outside world brutally calls into question the very thing closest to our hearts, family. So basically what it's about is this girl, or I should say woman, because she's in her 40s, who she wants to have a baby more than anything in the whole world. And it basically tears her marriage apart because she can't get pregnant, she has miscarriages, and she actually gives birth to a stillborn, which was so sad, so sad. And so it wrecks her marriage, and so she ends up getting a divorce, and she falls in love with her friend Vanessa. And so then, like, there's all kinds of craziness, and there's like a trial and things like that because she wants the frozen embryos from her marriage, and so there's all kinds of drama with that. And wow, what a great book. I'm sad that it took me so long to finish it because it was so great. It was such an emotional roller coaster for me. Like, oh, it was so good. And I was like crying and laughing and just like everything. I like felt every emotion through this book. And I actually had to stop at one point because I was like crying while I was getting ready for work because I read while I do my hair. But yeah, and I was just like... And I was like, I have to stop because I can't be all sad-faced and puffy-eyed when I go to work. So I actually had to set it aside for a while. But yeah, it was so well written. There were 3 narratives. There was Zoe, which was like the main character, like the girl who couldn't get pregnant. And then Max, which was her husband. And Vanessa, which turns out to be her life partner. The characters were so great and so relatable. I just liked everybody. I just wanted everybody to be happy. Well, not everybody. I didn't want everybody to be happy, but for the most part, I liked everybody. I liked her mom. She was so funny. I loved her. I hope that I'm that ridiculous and fun when my kids are older. She was just silly. But, the different sides of the battle were very believable, and the author stayed really neutral, which was so important to me because I didn't want to read like a gay-bashing book, I didn't want to read a God-bashing book, I'm a bisexual Christian, like, that's me, so I really wanted, and this book really delivered that, I really wanted to see the different sides, and this book was really good at that. Like, you know, when I was reading Max's side, I really, like, sided with Max. Well, not too much, but, you know, like, I saw his point of view really well, and, of course, Zoe's side, because, hello, she was cool. And, you know, the church wasn't too ridiculous, like, I was worried it was gonna be, like, I thought it was gonna be, you know, I thought it was going to be really bad and really over the top, but it wasn't. It was, I mean, it wasn't as good as my church, because my church is awesome, but, you know, my church would never do the things that church did, but, you know, I think on average, that's how most churches are. That's how they function. So, I liked that it was so believable. Like, I really believed that this whole scenario could happen, and probably has. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars because I wondered about some characters. Like, the ending was so beautiful and so made me cry. But there were some characters I'm like, well, what happened to them? Whatever happened with that? Whatever happened there? How did they get from that point to this point? You know? So that's me not trying to give anything away, because this is a non-spoiler video. But it was also a little predictable. I'm not going to say what was predictable, but there were some things that happened that were kind of predictable, and I was like, okay. I mean, I'm glad that I was right, but then I was kind of like, oh, yeah, I was right. But anyways, next up is going to be If I Stay by Gail Forman. I'm excited to read that. And 13 Reasons Why, I reviewed that book a couple of months ago. It's out on paperback now, so if you haven't read it, you need to read it. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. So, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, out on paperback. I know at my work we have like a big cardboard sign, like holder with all the paperback books. That's how I noticed that it was out on paperback. I was like walking, and then I was like, 13 Reasons Why, and I'm like, I already have it. And I have it on hardcover, so yeah, if you haven't read it, check it out. It's really good. And that's all I have to say about Singing Home. And yeah, that's all. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. I made some vlogs and I haven't posted them. Maybe I'll post them after I post this one, because I can't wait to post this. So I'm gonna go. Okay, bye.